Hey guys, MomoJiri here, and today is part 4 of our Duelist Alliance review. And let's just get right into it. We're on the site right now. Let's just scroll through and see if there's anything new. Ooh! Alright, so they released, I think everything's released now. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so they have the Metaphys Armed Dragon as a common. Let's see, that is super rare. Perform Pal Skeeter Strider, Whip Snake, ooh. Swordfish, rare, common. Kaleidoscope, Turn Toad is a rare. Super Heavy Benkai is a rare. Metazoda, the is a rare. That's an Ultra, that's a rare. Ooh, that's a super. Shadal Falco is a rare. Hedgehog and that. Shadal Dragon and Beast are both rares. All the Yang Zings are supers. What? I'll just open one of them. Let's see. They released an artifact. Let's see. And the new Dijin for the rituals. Resonant Insect. Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior. Ryza, Dogu, Hypno Sister. What is that? Right Prince, El Shadal Winda, Construct. That. Know that already. We know that. So, Caster the Sky Blast and Musketeers are super. Hippo Carnival. Alright, so I think my computer's gonna crash. Alright. So let's go over the cards we have so far. So this is a super. Falcout's Magical Stone. Its pendulum effect is during the end phase, if this card was activated, you could target one face of spell and trap card in the field and destroy it. It's a normal level 5 normal spellcaster type monster. Then we have Perform Pal Swordfish. Is a level 2 fish water type. When this card is normal or special, all face-up monster your opponent currently controls loses 600 attack and defense. If you special summon a monster, all face-up monster your opponent controls currently loses 600 attack and defense. You must control this face-up card to activate and to resolve this effect. So, when it's normal, your opponent loses 600 attack, and then when you special, your opponent loses 600 attack and defense. Not bad. Next we have Alcin. If this card is summoned, you can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. You can only use this effect once per turn. Alright, so they have a little burn card now. That's a super, I believe. Shadal Dragon. This is a rare. Target one face-up card opponent controls. Return that target to their hand. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you could target one spell trap card in the field and destroy it. And you can only use one of those effects per turn. Now we have Shadal Beast, which is another rare, I believe. You draw 2 cards and discard one. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you draw a card. And now all the Yang Zing are supers, so that's going to be interesting, getting a box or anything of this set. Artifact Chekram. Level 5 fairy, 1900 attack, 2000 defense points. Interesting. During either player's turn, when a card effect is activated that will destroy a spell trap card you control, you can return one set spell trap card you control to the hand and then special summon this card from your hand. Alright. This is one of the ones that only activate on either player's turn. And that's interesting. So the Dijin Demolisher of Rituals. What is its effect finally? Level 3 Fiend, 1500 attack, 600 defense. If you ritual summon a ritual monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. The monster ritual summon using the effect cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. Nice. Can't be targeted, can't be anything. Alright, that's pretty good. Resident Insect. Another one for Jack, maybe? If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could add one level 5 or higher insect type monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is banished, you could send one insect type monster from your deck to your graveyard. Alright. That's just a level 4 insect type. Earth monster. 1000 attack, 700 defense. Interesting. Now we have Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior. When this card is normal summoned, place 2 spell counters on it. When this card is pendulum summoned, so we have a pendulum monster now, place 3 spell counters on it. It gains 400 attacks for each spell counter on it. You can remove 1 spell counter to destroy 1 spell trap card on the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, if you normal summon it, it goes up to 24. If you pendulum summon it, which is new, it goes up to 28. It's a level 6 spellcaster. Interesting. Very nice artwork. Now we have Ryza the Mega Monarch. You can tribute this card by tributing 1 tribute summon monster. If this is tribute summon, target 1 card in the field and 1 card in either graveyard. Return to the top of the deck in any order. If this card was tribute summoned by tributing a wind monster, add this additional effect. You can target 1 additional card in the field and return that target to your hand. So, if you tribute summon him by tributing a wind monster, not only can you return a card on the field and the graveyard to the top of the deck in any order, you can also return a 3rd card on the field back to the hand. Interesting. Your opponent has 2 Exceeds or 2 Synchros or anything on the field and something in the graveyard they wanted to use. Put them all back and you're good. Not bad. Now, what is this? Dogu. It is a rock effect, level 4, 1900 attack, 0 defense. You can only use this effect once per turn. During the end phase, if this card is in the grave because it was sent there this turn by your opponent's card effect, you can add 1 monster from your deck to your hand that has a different level than any monster you control or in your graveyard. Dark Worlds. Oh, these are good against Dark Worlds, I guess. X-Sabers. That's about it. It's interesting. Hypno Sister, of course, is a psychic. Level 4, 1300 attack, 1400 defense. This gains effects based on the number of cards in the pendulum zone. So I guess it's for either player. Both players. So 1 or more, it gains 800 attack and defense. So 2100 attack. If this card battles a pendulum monster at the start of the damage step, destroy it. Your opponent monsters must attack this card if able. If this card destroys a monster by battle or by its effect, draw 1 card. Interesting. What rarity was this? Hypno Sister is a super. Huh. Breaker's a common. Alright. Let's do this now. Next we have Right Prince, which is a common. A dark zombie, level 1. It has 0 attack and 0 defense. This card named becomes Skull Servant when it's in the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could send 1 Skull Servant and 1 Lady in White from your deck or hand to the graveyard. Nice. If this card is in your graveyard, you could banish this and 2 other copies of Skull Servant from your graveyard to special summon 1 King of Skull Servant from your deck. So we have Skull Servant, King of Skull Servants, the Lady in Right Master or Meister, and now we have a 5th White Prince. So that's 5 different targets. Not bad. Now we have El Shaddai Winda, which is a ultra rare. So this card's gonna be ultra now. If you didn't know what the Shaddai fusions do, 1 Shaddai and 1 dark monster. Must be fusion summoned. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Each player can only special summon monsters once per turn while this card is on face up on the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could target one Shaddoll spell trap card in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. Amazing. Simply amazing. So that's just an Ultra. Now this El Shaddoll Construct is a Ultra Ultimate. Alright, so level 8 Fairy Fusion. 2800 attack, 2500 defense. Must first be special summoned. If this card is special summoned, you could send one Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summoned monster, destroy that monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one Shaddoll spell trap card in your graveyard, add to your hand. So when you fusion summon it, you get the fusion card back to your hand. Stupid. Now we have Castle the Sky Blaster Musketeer. This is a super? Yes, this is a super. Ah, this is a level 4 that everyone's been talking about. Winged Beast, level 4 wind, 2000 attack, 1500 defense. Exceed monster. 2 level 4 monsters. You can attach one Exceed material from this card and target one face-up card in the field, change the face-down defense position. You can attach 2 Exceed materials from this card, then target one other face-up card on the field, shuffle into the deck. You're going to use 1 seed effects per turn, and only once that turn. So you either put something face down or send it back to the deck. Not bad. Now we have Hypno Carnival, which is a common. Special summon 3 Hypno tokens. They cannot be tributed. When you control a Hypno token, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck. Your opponent cannot target a monster you control for attack except Hypno token during the turn you activate this effect. It's okay. Interesting. I mean, 3 tokens right off the bat. Phantom Bees. Alright, so Shaddoll Fusion is a super. Curse of the Shadow Prison, what's that? Alright, Rage and Howling. Sinister Shadow Games. Shaddoll Core. Creation Unleashed, we covered in the previous video. Pendulum Back. Alright. Time Space Trap Hole. Alright, Doomstar Magician is an Ultra. That 6 is a common. We don't know those. Time Space Trap Hole is a secret. Let's see. Rare. Dante has to be the secret. The Traveler and the Burning Abyss. I think we covered. Check that out. Now we have UA Stadium as a common. Chaos Seed as a common. Number 58, Burner Vision. Phyllis Lightsworm Archer. It's an Ultra. Fistborg Doctor. Panzer Dragon. And Pilgrim Reaper. Common. Alright. We're gonna have 1 secret in this. 2, right? No, only 1 secret in the. So that's Shaddoll Fusion. Curse Shadow Snare. Each time a Shaddoll monster is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, place 1 Spellstone counter on this card for each of those monsters. During your opponent's turn only, all monsters they control loses 100 attack for each Spellstone counter on this card. If you would fusion summon, you can remove 3 counters to use 1 face-up monster your opponent controls as a fusion material mod. What? That's stupid. Why would they do that? Oh, Stellar Knight Del Taros is a secret, ultimate, and the Ghost Rare. Alright. Let's see. This is a common. Alright. Next we have Sinister Shadow Games, which is an Ultra. Yeah. Send 1 Shaddoll from deck to the graveyard, then you could change any number of face-down defense position Shaddolls you control to face-up attack. To face-up defense. Shadolls are so stupid. Next we have Shaddoll Core, which is a super. Special summon this as an effect monster. If summoned this way, you could substitute this one for one fusion material that's less an attribute on a Shaddoll fusion monster card. If this is sent to the grave by a card effect, target one Shaddoll spell trap. Oh my gosh, everything's asked them back. Ooh, pendulum back. It has something to do with sending the pendulum back to your hand. Ooh, never mind. If you have 2 cards in your pendulum zones, target 2 monsters in your graveyard, each with a level between exclusive the pendulum scales of the cards in your pendulum zones. Add them to your hand. So you can pick 2 monsters in your graveyard that have a level between the scales of your pendulum zones and add them to your hand. Exodia! Interesting. Wow, that looks sick. Space-time trap hole. When your opponent special summons a monster from the hand or extra deck, shuffle into the deck and you lose 1,000 for each return monster. Why? This card is going to be so expensive. We haven't had a trap card that was expensive for a very long time. This is sick. Shuffle into the deck, lose 1,000 life points. This is stupid. Alright, now, if you get that card, hold on to it. Target any number of Burning Abyss monsters in your graveyard that were sent there this turn, special summon them back in defense. Alright, that is a super. Chain Dispel, what's that? It's a common. When a spell trap is activated, destroy all cards with the same name as that activated card in its controller's main deck. What? MST. Destroy all your other MSTs. That's stupid. And it's a common? Well, this is going to be an expensive common. Alright, so they haven't released any of the other UA monsters or effects or spells. I don't know. What is a UA? If a UA monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, you can add one UA monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if a UA monster is summoned, special summoned to your side of the field, all monsters you control gain 500 attack. What is a UA monster? I guess we'll understand later. They only have 2 others. Mighty Slugger, Perfect Ace. Oh. I believe that goes with the cards that Yuya had to face against his teacher. Alright. Now Chaos Seed. If both light and dark are monster attributes you control, target one of your banished light or dark warrior type monsters. Add that to your hand. You can only activate 1 Chaos Seed per turn. So if you have one monster that has both the light and dark attribute, you can activate this. You could ban the new BLS, the Twilight one. You could banish regular BLS and something else. And then use this, then add BLS back to your hand and summon BLS. Broken. Alright. I think that's number 58. Burner Visor. Giant Ball. Pyro, level 4. Rank 4. 1000 attack, 1000 defense. 2 level 4 monsters, so it's generic. Once per turn, you can either target one face-up exceed you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip and express them in face-up attack position. The equipped monster can attack your opponent directly. When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, discard 1 card and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. What? Alright, so now if you put a big enough beater on the field, you could summon this. If you have a lot of extra, exceed materials, summon this, and then let your monster attack directly. Move over Rhapsody and Berserk, we found our new generic. And this is only a common. Now we have Phyllis Light Swarm Archer. Oh, whoa. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. and cannot be special summoned by other ways. How else can you special summon except with a card effect? When this card is sent from your deck to your graveyard by a monster effect, special summon it. You contribute this card, then target one monster opponent controls. Destroy it, then send the top 3 cards of your deck to your graveyard. 1100 attack, 2000 defense, Beast Warrior Tuner. So you could search this with Tenki. And then special summon it with Lumina. It's a tune. Because they needed more tuners. Alright, that's getting stupid. Fishborg Doctor. It's a common, level 4 fish type. If you control a monster that is not a Fishborg, destroy this card. If all face-up monsters you control are Fishborg monsters, so itself, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So if all face-up monsters you control, at least one are Fishborgs, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If you do, banish and release the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. Alright, a level 4 fish. Panzer Dragon. It is a machine fusion level 5, 1000 attack, 2600 defense. If this card destroys in the graveyard, you can target one card in the field, destroy it. You need one machine and one dragon. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's weird. Ooh, a common Exceed. Rank 6 zombie. This card gains 200 attack and defense for every dark monster in either player's graveyard. You can attach one Exceed materials from this card. Each player sends the top 5 cards of the deck to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. Because we needed to be able to mill more. What is the... Why? Malicious. Yay! But what? What are you doing, Konami? Really, what are you doing? Alright, so we have Needlebug Nest, Curry Bandit, and Pilgrim Reaper to send 5 cards from our deck to the graveyard. Alright. Don't know what to say about that. And that's a common. So if you haven't watched the new anime Arc V yet, for you, I suggest watching it. It's really good. When this card is normal special, you can change this card's battle position. All heavy you control can attack while they're in defense. If you do, apply the defense instead of attack for damage. Samurai, super heavy samurais are weird. But yeah, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. That was my Duelist Alliance review for today. We saw a lot of cards. And we're not done yet. We still have to see the rest of the effect monsters that are coming out, the spells and traps, and just see what effects they have. I'll be covering that for the rest of the week. I hope you guys stick around. And remember, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, guys, I'll catch you later.